Hello trombone players. So this week we're going to work at expanding our range to our first 5 notes so that we have actually a 5-note scale going from Do all the way up to Sol, which for trombone in this scale is B flat all the way up to F. Last week we worked B flat, F, and E flat, which is Do, Sol, Fa in the B flat scale. So we're going to expand that so we have Do, Re, Mi, Fa, and Sol all in a row. But first thing we're going to do as always is start just with our lips and our mouthpiece. As you're putting your instrument together, start getting your lips buzzing. Make sure you have that down. It's going to take some time to get that, so try it every day. Start with loose lips, build your way up until you can get a consistent buzz out of there. Set a metronome on. Try to get it for as long as you can, just for fun, right? 2, ready. I could probably go for another 4 beats, but try to get at least a 4-beat buzz out of just your lips. Then bring your mouthpiece out. Find whatever buzz you can. Eventually we'll be working on specific notes for your buzz, but right now, try to get your buzz on. So it's going to be 4 beats on, 4 beats off. We'll do this twice on the video together. You'll do it more. 1, 2, 4 beats on. 2, 1 more time. Go for low notes too. Ready. And low notes take more air. So if you find yourself struggling to hold out for 4 beats, take as big a breath as possible and try to hold it out. I struggle to do more than 4 beats of a low B flat at 60 beats per minute. That's totally fine. So, next thing you're going to do after you spend some time with your mouthpiece, at least 5 minutes, just throw it in your trombone. Make sure your slide block is off when you're holding your instrument and that your slide is moving normally. We maintained our instruments a couple weeks ago, so your instrument slide should move without you having to worry too much about it. Our low B flat lives down here. So try to match that pitch. That is our Do. On our sheet music, a low B flat will always look like this, with a flat in front of it, Do, and that's in first position. Our second note we learned was F, which lives up here. So we have B flat and F. First position for B flat, also first position for F. Remember, that's where it's all up to our lips and our jaw. When we play a low B flat, our jaw hangs a little bit lower, our mouth is a little more open, and that gives you the low sound. If you move your bottom lip up a little bit with your jaw, push a little more air out, don't change too much, you'll get this. To switch between. So that Sol is our F and Do is our B flat. Both in the same position. You're not moving your slide for this. Still sitting with proper posture, holding the trombone in the right way. So, at 60 beats per minute right there, I want 4 beats of B flat, then 4 beats of F, then 2 beats of B flat, 2 beats of F, 1 beat, 1 beat, 1 beat, 1 beat. It's going to look like this. Ready, go. And that's going to take some time to get. And eventually you'll be able to switch your partials, we call them, very quickly, very easily. An exercise that most trombone players do at a higher speed. Later on, you'll be able to do this. This, for example, is that intervallic exercise has nothing to do with your slide. It has everything to do with your lips. Tightening as you go up, loosening as you go down. Back to 60 beats per minute. Do that once with me. 4 beats on B flat, 4 beats on F, 2 beats, 2 beats, 1 beat, 1 beat, 1 beat, 1 beat. Ready? Go. And the third note we learned was E flat. Now E flat is when you move the slide out to the bell. That is third position. When you control your slide, this is one thing that I will always look for. Do not grip the slide with your whole hand. I will tell you that will be a problem because at some point you're going to slide into first position very quickly, catch your thumb, and really hurt yourself. And it doesn't give you nearly as much control. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your thumb and your first 2 fingers, like this, just like this, like a little talking duck. You're going to do that. I'm going to grab the slide right in the middle, and that's all your control. All of your control on the slide comes from your wrist. That's what can get you speed. You can't get that kind of speed when you're moving with your full hand back and forth. Just your fingers and your wrist, nice and relaxed. So when you're going out to third position, you're going to move so that your slide is basically at the bell. This note E flat looks like this. It is in third position, and it sounds like try to match that pitch. If you're a little sharp, slide down into it. If you're a little flat, slide up into it, right? If you're having trouble hitting that partial, find your F. And then slide down to the bell while maintaining the note. Even if you're not having trouble with it, just do that because it's fun. When we change notes really, like most of the time between notes on trombone though, we use our tongue. So you can't just slide between notes all of the time. A scale would sound like this. And that doesn't sound very clean. So when you're changing between F and E, you need to use your tongue and move your slide quickly while the note is changing, right? So it's ta, 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 ta. And when your tongue is hitting the back of your teeth, it's stopping the air from your lungs going into your trombone. That's how you get a clean note. You do not breathe between every note. That's going to get you some really bad sounding notes. So you're going to go ta, 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 ta whenever you change notes on trombone. Because if I didn't use my tongue at all, I hit all the notes along the way, but that's not how it's supposed to sound. So going from our B flat to our F to our E flat. Now as a warm-up, bring us back to the metronome. We're going to do our homework assignment from last week together. 4 beats of B flat, 4 beats of F, 4 beats of E flat. No rest between them this time. Ready? Go. And there it is. So that is what your homework was last week. Now we get to talk about our next notes. Now you can see these three notes are not in order, right? They're not. So what we need to talk about is the in-between. And the in-between are C, D, and then we have our E flat and F. So we need a C. We need a D. We've already got our E flat, and we've already got our F. So we can fill those back out. First position, third position, write the note names down here. E flat, and then this is a C, and this is a D. And just like we talked about in our notation class, it works like the alphabet. It goes up in the same way, right? C is in sixth position, which is why we didn't cover it first. Sixth position is a harder position to find. D is in fourth position. Now, when you hear it, you know how to sing a scale. If this is Do, this is Do right here, that's the range you can sing in. It's going to be Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol. But that's an octave too high, because that's what your voice can do, but your instrument is down here, so it's going to sound like Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol. And because trombone doesn't have all of the buttons that every other instrument has, you got to use your voice to find it. So going back here, Do, half notes, 2 beats on everything. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol. So we go back to Do. Now our C is out in sixth position. Out here, most of your arms will be stretched most of the way out. I keep a little crook in my elbow. Re. You might be a little sharp. That doesn't sound like Re. You might be a little flat. That doesn't sound like Re. If I played Do and then Re, that sounds about right. If I played Do and then the wrong note, that's not right. So your ears are your best friends on trombone. You'll find where 6 lies. It's harder to find 6 because there is no landmark that you can use to find it. You'll be able to find it. Again, when we change our notes, we use our tongue, because otherwise it sounds messy. Right? So you're going to use your tongue between it and go Do, Ta, Re, and switch the notes with your tongue. Right? You got that. So, our third note in this scale is D. D is fourth position. So if you go to your bell where E flat was, and then move your slide a little bit past it, so that the really end of your slide is just a little bit past the bell, like a centimeter past the bell, you will find your D. Now use your ears to tune that. It's going to be a little bit different for everyone. That's exactly where my D sits on trombone. So we have B flat in first position, C in sixth, D in fourth, E in third, and F in first. Right? So what we're going to do now is I'm going to play a pattern using some of those 5 notes, and then I'm going to sing it. And it's your job to play it while I sing. Practice singing along with me for the first couple times, but this is what I want you to rehearse with this week. So for example, it's going to be me going Do, Re, Mi, Mi, Do, Sol, 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 Fa,
I'll slow it down a little bit. Kick it to 40.
All quarter notes.
50 maybe. 40 is a little slow.
So you're going to practice along. I want you playing where I sing. 1, 2, starts real easy. Do, 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 do. Do, sol, do, do. Do, sol, fa, fa. Do, sol, fa, mi. Do, re, mi, mi. Do, re, mi, fa. Do, sol, do, do. So doing that exercise is going to help you figure out where these notes are, so you can hit them not necessarily in order. Now, what I want from this week is for you to practice along with that. I'm going to give you a reference point right now of what that 5-note scale sounds like in whole notes. Practice along with this first before you do the assignment. Is 4 beats on each note, starting at B flat, walking all the way up. So let me pull out my metronome on my phone, because I need my iPad for something else. Here we go. So I'm going to go B flat for 4 beats, then C, then D, then E flat, then F. 1, 2, ready. And there's my first 5 notes, right? And what I would like you to do this week is to write your own 8-note section. So, using the notes we have right here, you are going to, on staff paper, write yourself 8 beats, 8 quarter notes. Always going to start with B flat. So I'm going to go do, re, mi, do. Make those quarter notes. And then I'm going to go to sol, sol, do, re, do, sol, sol, re, do. I don't like that, so I'm going to make that sol, sol, mi, do. So I just chose those notes pretty much at random. I'm going to practice singing them. So I know we have do, re, mi, do, sol, sol, mi, do. That's B flat, C, D, B flat, F, F, D, B flat. Pull out my instrument. 1, 2, ready. My second measure was a little harder. Let me give that another try. Just starting at the F. Go. Right? So if you write your own melodies, you're writing your own practice exercises, and this is the start to improvisation, which is what we're going to be spending a lot of time doing. So write your own 8-note melody using the 5 notes that we've made. They're all quarter notes, and just practice them. For homework, I would like to see a picture of your melody with the notes. You can write the notation. You can also write the note names underneath if you want to practice that way. B, C, D, B flat, F, F, D, B flat. Right? I'd like to see that from you, and I would like to hear you play it. Along with practicing with all the other things, your video submission this week is an 8-note melody. Do not copy mine, and do not just make it the scale going up and down. Be a little more creative, please. If you have any questions, zip me an email. I'll talk to you later.